Hi, it's Gail, Archaeology and Gold. This is what I've been waiting for. Look at this. You might not be able to tell from the outside. So I'm going to tell you what it is. This is the Share the Love from Lord Shadow. And Lord Shadow put this together and he sent it to, I'm losing my voice. So excuse me, but I'm going to do this anyway. And Lord Shadow sent it to Gentleman-Prospector and Mama Bird, and they opened it and they panned it and they added something. And so now it's my turn, and I just cut the top off. And I haven't looked at this. I have a second camera set up over here. And so what I thought I'd do is just start on this camera and see what's going on. It looks like a note and a piece of cardboard. So let's find out. Here is a note. I'm opening it carefully. I'm scared actually. And it is a piece of cardboard that I'm going to lay down and another one that I'm going to lay down. And I'm going to do something that I try to remember to do, and that's read the instructions first. I don't know about you, but sometimes I don't. To whomever reads this. I have used this brush to paint paintings for 2 sitting US presidents. Signed my name on my painting, The Green Horse, that's in the Smithsonian Art Gallery, and painted for a legendary rock star with it. This brush was pulled from personal memorabilia and collection, and when I get this brush back, I will paint one last painting with it. Okay, so now I believe I recall Gentleman-Prospector saying he was going to wrap this brush very carefully, and I can see that he did in this folded, oh yeah, cardboard. And so when I'm reading about this brush, this is the brush. Lord Shadow says, when I get this brush back, I will paint one last painting with it. That painting and this brush will be sent along with everything else in this bag to the winner. Okay. Please return this package back to Share the Love with the address and the name and the P.O. box no later than January 15th, 2026. So it can be given out for Valentine's Day, 2026, signed Lord Shadow. And it was signed. And then there is a drawing down here, also signed. Oh man, it's part of history, isn't it? This is. Okay. So now I am securing this paintbrush. It's got paint on it. See that? Used. It's a used brush in a good way. And I'm going to put this out of reach of any of the water liquid stuff that I have laying over here. I've been trying to set up for this in a different room than usual. And I will pay the price. And here is the card. And inside the card it says Lord Shadow and added, and Gentleman-Prospector signed it and said what he added was 0.14 gram. So there's gold in here too. Okay, this is for, okay, now let's see. Caution, this package contains wild gold caught deep in the mountains of Montana where the tall trees grow and the rivers cold. Warning, this is going to be good. Warning, the contents of this package may create the urge to grow a beard and move to the mountains. We are not responsible for this or any other behavior associated with prospecting. You have been warned. Duly noted. And I feel duly warned, and I'm gonna do everything I can to leave the growing the beard part out, but we'll see. Okay, let me goes here. Now what? Aha. There, there's this. It's upside down bag. And turning it right side up. It's tied very nicely. It's the word shadow. Sample number 1. Share the love. This bag contains wild gold from Montana. It may collect partners. So I'm going to put this in this green pan over there that I'm going to let you take a look at. And actually, I'm going to swap over to that camera right now. And so you can see, get the lighting and the focus going. Okay, but why I wanted to put it here now is because I'm going to pour out the other contents first into my hand, because there's other things. Use it. Look at these butterflies. They are initialed on each one on the back, and the front is clearly from a painting. Okay, I'm gonna put these out to display, and for the moment, I'm going to return them for safekeeping into this bag. And I will return to these butterflies. Beautiful colors. Blues, greens, gold. Okay. So, this goes there. Now, let's open this. It must be kind of a, a safety knot by Gentleman-Prospector. He made it so it's super safe. Okay, I'm now retrieving out of this cloth bag Ziploc bag. And within the Ziploc bag, I know you're going to guess this right away, are other Ziploc bags. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. And we'll kind of turn it a little bit so it comes out more easily. And now we've got some material in there. And I can see some large pieces in there. So I was thinking what I would do, I'm gonna take out the large pieces that I see back here. And watch me do this. I'm gonna take out what I see on top and put them in this. And I'm just gonna do that rather quickly. Ooh, water. Let's see one point. Oh, no, here's that ring. I wanted to put it on just to share it with you so you can see what it looks like on hand. Oh, and once more, larger pieces. Ooh, that's cool. On top. I mean, it's like really on top. So I think by having it upside down in the bottle, I mean in the bag, so that I sent to the bottom. Oh, here's a beautiful crystal quartz. Ooh, beautiful. Trying to, oh my goodness. Ooh, this is large. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Look at the names in it. Look, little penny. Can you see that? Okay, now, all right, I'm gonna set these over here. And now I'm gonna begin carefully. Classifying this. This is 20. Look, here's another piece of quartz. Put another frank over there. And what I know that I'm looking for is wild gold. And I'm looking for sapphires. And those are, they can be dark, they can be tricky to see, but I'm prepared for that. Another pretty piece of clear quartz. Another strategy in mind for the sapphires, but for right now, I want to remove the -20. Now I have two classifications. I have the big enough that I could see it, feel it, pick it up and put it in here. Now I have the +20 mesh. And I'm going to put the +20 into this. And I'm going to continue. Okay, so a couple big things. Yeah, now here's something else that is obviously a part of a zipper holder or pull. And, How cute. Oh, there's that. It's like a washer that went through my garbage disposal a long time ago. And these are other things that I need to separate beside by side here. And we'll get to that. So again, this is the -20. Which one? Yep. Some kind of squished metal. You're welcome to that scientific explanation. You're welcome. So she was started with a little bit bigger mesh, because there's a lot of material that's greater than 20 mesh, but also quite small. Oh, nice piece of crystal. Well, mm, mm, have a look at the microscope, not too far. I wonder if it's charged up. This looks like kind of melted or probably sulfur, and I just don't know it. Something shiny and clear. Put over there to look at. Look. Oh. Mhm. You can identify. Okay. You know, the first time you look at material, part of all that is the bottom of the bag. That was the rest of the material going into this. And there's another beautiful quartz crystal. Very pretty. I believe I see a coin. I do see a coin. Larger pieces. I've never been to Montana. So this is the -20. What I'm going to do is I'll talk to you. Okay, well, so you saw that. We have some very large pieces that I've just taken a quick view of, and I want to take some time and identify those more than big rock, little rock, piece of crystal. I mean, those I got. And then I have quite a bit of material that is in the +20 category. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate this a little bit so that I have a little bit more consistent sizes. And so I'm going to get the larger rocks out and I'm going to separate them. And then I'm going to keep the kind of finer things. And we're going to like get everything all wet and start going through it. And I look forward to part 2. And so I'm going to try to pause this. And this time I am back. Okay, what I did is after I did the -20 and +20, I got all the -20 in one pan. And then I took the +20 and I really kind of sorted them kind of roughly by size. And that allowed me to go through, there's quite a bit of gravel in there and quite a bit of large pieces. And I was able to spot a couple of things while I was doing that. So I added a little bit to the goodies. I rewatched the Gentleman-Prospector going through the bag, and I watched the part where he put it back together and the kind of things that he added. Went back and looked at the Lord's Shadow, where he was putting the bag together so that I could visualize all the different parts of it. And I can see how important it's going to be as this moves along for people to track along with what is in here and so that you can recognize it and pull that out. And then also keep track of what's added to it, because there were things like this piece of iron that Gentleman-Prospector added. And I was so glad to know that that's what that was, metal. Um, and I'm sorry, it makes me laugh. He added some other things to it as well. So at the end, I'm going to go through all of them. To me, one of the funniest ones also was this beautiful quartz with the veins in it, and how he kept saying he just wanted to smash that. And I knew exactly what he was talking about when he was talking about that. I was like, yeah, I saw that one already. And so anyway, one other thing that Gentleman-Prospector said was that when he added some gold, there was some really fine gold in it. So what I was thinking, what next before I start getting things into the water, I borrowed somebody's classification down to 110. I've been waiting to use that for, I have plenty that I could use, but this is what I'm gonna do before I pan the dirt is I'm going to classify it down even smaller. So let's check that out. I'm gonna put on the pan cam, see if it's still working. It's still working. Okay, so this lovely situation is how I'm going to really kind of take this down to finer gold. And I have my treasures over here. Okay, let's see if that is focused or focusing. Okay. Well, okay, let's just get this part done pretty quickly. You can see the material here. Let's see if it focus. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Please don't knock the water off. Please don't knock the water off. Okay, that worked. All right. So this is the 110 mesh. And I've simply never done this before. So I'm choosing now to do that. This looks like. I can see gold. I can see gold right in there. Amazingly, afternoon light here. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Fine, super fine. Plus 110. So levels between 20 and 110 and the really finest stuff. Oh, good, I just flung some. It's all right, I can see it on the white table there, near my Coke. Not Pepsi, Coke. Done. But you're really glad that I waited till today to try this out. In a long time since I've painted anything, quite honestly. Too long. Next little bit. Minus 20 plus 110. Yeah, I think I can. What I didn't think I would be able to work with is whatever is in here. You see how much very, very fine powder there is. A couple of little bit bigger pieces kind of flew in there while I was cleaning things around. But this is I'm really looking forward to this one. Yeah. Okay. So now we have a pan. a- This we're going to pan that. But before I do that, I'm going to put some of these rocks. Show you what this looks like. And trying to figure out the best way to do this. But these are the larger pieces that I picked out. And I'm not sure what we are looking at here. So I wanted to get these wet, take a look at them. It's all up, and if there was anything, the main differentiation here was essentially size. And there were several different shapes and colors and things that I'm not familiar with, but in just looking at them, I still have more to learn, don't I? Okay. I think that is a beautiful sapphire. So I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to pause this because I'm going to go get a light. Hey guys, I am trying real hard to get this at the right angle. This is a little light pad that I use for like tracing things. And by putting the stones on it, let me turn the light off. And so you can see that there's a few that are lighter, but when you turn the light on, it's a lot more visible. I wish I could focus this. But there, just move the other ones away. Show you what I've found so far. This one really kind of just out at me. It was like, this is gorgeous. I could see that very easily. And then these other ones, it's easier to see with a light on it. So again, I'm concerned about dropping anything here. And this isn't focusing as well as I would like it to. So I'm going to pause again, and then I'll come back and show you what else I found in the sapphire world. Let me pause this. That I've been working on finding sapphires for a long time. And guess what I found? I'm going to try the other camera to see if I can get it to focus. This is a light little table thing. And so it's backlit, which is probably super tricky for the camera to see. However, you can get the gist of how they roll. All right, let me pick these up. They are very rolly, and I'm going to try. This is probably going to be a really bad idea. Well, there's sapphires. Oh, you can kind of see it there, right? Ooh, camera's not sure what to do. Neither is the user. We're going to go back on pause, and I'm going to put these somewhere safe. I have another little vial, by the way, before I leave. I have another small vial that appear to be sapphires. There's one that's on here that appears not to be. I guess that's showing the contrast. I picked up more than I was supposed to. There's some that are interesting. They're translucent. They're different colors. And we'll take a look at those another time. But right now, these are the sapphires that I've been looking for. I'm going to weigh them up. Remember on Lord Shadow's video, he talked about the weight of the sapphires that he was putting in there. And so I know what I'm aiming for, and I have not weighed these yet. And I have a backup vial of smaller, I had some very small ones, and then there were others that were a little darker, and a couple that had sort of a reddish, purplish tint. And so that's where we are, and I will leave and come back again. Thank you. I'm back. I've been working on the other camera that is on the stand. It's not cooperating, so I am going to just kind of quickly show you as well as I can the cool stuff in Lord Shadow's Share the Love bag. I am going to close this video and say what we accomplished today is opening the bag and going through what the big pieces were. I was able to classify it from down to under 20 mesh, and then I used a 110 mesh just to see how fine that material can get. And I'm probably going to do a 60 mesh before I start panning gold. So I've looked at all of the stones. I've identified a lot of sapphires, and they're beautiful. You've seen some of them. You've seen me sort of almost drop them. But I'm going to end this recording, and then I'm going to start a different one with a different camera setup. So I'll be able to show you some of the other really cool stuff that's in there. And then at that time, we're going to pan that gold. See you next.